Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on A Dark Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, aka Victoria Schwab. If you guys don't know, the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab is a vastly popular one on BookTube, and for some reason I have not picked it up until now. I know a lot of people have already reviewed this, but I'm just going to throw my review out there into the void and share my thoughts on it. So in this world, there are 4 parallel worlds, and they all used to have open access to the other ones, so you could travel from one to another fairly easily. But in present time, the worlds are cut off from each other, and only certain individuals that have a certain type of magic are able to go through the different worlds. Now, with the worlds being all different, I think geologically they're all the same, but so the land masses in each world and the placement and everything is the same, but there's a different political setup for each world. The only thing that they really have in common is the fact that they each have a city called London in the same spot that London is in our world. The main character of this story really is a guy named Kell, who is from Red London, and that is the one that has the most magic, and so he has a lot of magical ability, and he is one of the people that is able to travel between the different worlds, and so he can travel to Grey London and White London, and you know, all the different Londons, he can travel to them. And the other really main character that we follow is a girl named Lila, and she's from Grey London, which is basically our version of London where there is no magic. And the 2 main characters have very different statuses. Lila is poor and she really has to work hard to survive, and she steals for a living. She like pickpockets people and stuff, and she is no stranger to murder or anything like that. I think they call her a cutthroat a couple of times in the novel. And Kell is the adopted son sort of the royalty in Red London, so he's had a very pampered life, but he has a habit of smuggling things between the different Londons, which you are not supposed to do. The story really kicks off when Kell smuggles something that he shouldn't between the worlds, and then basically all hell breaks loose, and he's trying to fix his mistake, and he runs into Lila, and they go on a journey together. As usual with my book reviews, I'm going to go through my pros, give you my cons, then my rating, and be done. My first pro for this book is that I really enjoyed the world and the concept of this book, and I really liked that each of the cultures for each London were so vastly different. I could really imagine the current state of this world, how it was, and how the culture of Red London is completely different from the culture of White London and Grey London, and Kell had to know the customs of each one to really interact with the people properly and everything like that. So I really liked the concept of the world and that kind of general stuff. I also really liked the magic system and the fact that there's 2 different types of magic. So most people that have magic have like an elemental magic. They can control earth, fire, wind, and water, like an avatar basically, and they have varying degrees of power within each. So someone might specialize in fire and someone else might specialize in water, but they usually have some ability between all of them. The other type of magic only certain people have, like Kell, is able to travel between the different worlds. The people that have this type of magic are called Antari, and they're a dying breed. There's not very many of them left, and they think that it's possibly because the worlds have been divided, and so magic doesn't flow as freely between them. People with the magic to be able to flow between the worlds have become less and less frequent. Like that the Antari magic, they kind of have spells or whatever, they have commands, and the magic follows their commands, and they're able to cast spells, I guess, technically, but I don't think they actually call it casting spells. They just give commands. But with this magic, I really liked that each world had a different relationship with the magic. So Red London was very balanced. The people respected magic as an equal, and so because of that, they have a lot of magic and they're able to use magic. In White London, the people very much dominate over the magic, and the magic has fleed away from the people, so there's not as much of it. And then Grey London doesn't have any magic, or very much at all. And then Black London, the magic has overtaken the people. So I really like seeing the different degrees of magic and how it influenced each world and how it influenced the culture and the people, etc. Another thing about the magic that I liked is that it's corrupting. People that use too much magic get black veins, and the Antari, because they have so much magic, one of their eyes is always black. If you abuse magic too much, veins get dark, and I think you end up going crazy or dying or something if you use too much. So I liked that the magic has a consequence. Another pro is that Victoria Schwab's writing is just very solid. Like, it's just very good writing. I've really enjoyed all of the books that I've read by her so far. I've read Vicious and the 2 books that are currently out in the archived series trilogy. So she just really repeats that very high level of writing in this, and I enjoyed myself while reading it. And my last pro that I'm going to talk about is just the potential for this world. I can just see where this series and this world are headed, and I really like the directions that the plot and the characters are going in. There's a very strong base for this series and this world for it to continue to grow and continue to get more exciting. Now I'm going to talk about some of my cons. In her other books, her characters are very well done, very well rounded. I believe that they could be real people and that they react to situations this way. I just got really behind her characters in those. I mean, obviously, I don't support the things that happen in Vicious because those are terrible people. But in this, I just felt like the characters, I didn't really know much about them. Besides the fact that Kel was taken in by the royalty and he has magical abilities, that's pretty much all you know. Like, there's not much else going on with him. And then Lila is basically the same thing. She's a cutthroat and she steals from people. She's not the greatest person, but you still root for her anyway. And she doesn't take crap from anyone, kind of thing. But besides that, you don't really know anything about her. So I think that I didn't love this book as much because the characters were very like surface level, and I can see in the future of the series where they're going to get their backstories and you're going to really understand what makes them tick. But so far, with just reading the first one, I don't really know too much about the characters, and so I didn't really care about them very much. And my second con for this is going to be that I didn't really care about the plot all that much. In my pros, I said I can see it going in good directions and the potential is there, but in this book, I just felt like the plot really only happened because it was a lot of people making stupid decisions, like just stupid decision after stupid decision, and now they're in a huge mess. And I know that happens sometimes in real life, but with this world that she's created, I feel like there could have been something a lot bigger happening and something that really pulls in all these different characters and everything like that. I feel like there was a lot of potential and build-up, but not a lot of follow-through in terms of plot. So I wasn't as invested in the plot, more just trying to learn more about the world. And hopefully in the future, all of those things will happen. Really, those are my only two cons, but those were pretty big cons for me. In the end, I ended up giving this book 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I'll continue on, especially because the second book is a part of the BookTube SFF Awards this year. So I'll be reading that and seeing how I feel about that one. And hopefully what I think will happen, and I'll absolutely love that one. But this one, I liked it, but I didn't love it, so I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. So that's gonna be my review on A Darker Shade of Magic by VE/Victoria Schwab. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you've read this book, what your thoughts were. If you've read the second one, let me know if I do get some character backstories. Don't spoil anything, but if I do get the things that I'm hoping to get, let me know, and that'll just motivate me to pick up the book sooner. If you want to recommend me anything that has different parallel worlds or anything that are similar, leave those down in the comments as well, and I will talk to you guys next time.